Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to access the production, how to production deployment will be happen. So we will see how end user will access our applications in Kubernetes. Okay, so suppose I have a cluster, I have my application running on this cluster. Okay, first what we need to do, first we will create a deployments, right? So in the deployments, so this is the cluster. Under cluster we have deployments. Okay, this is deployments. We will write deployment files. Under deployments we have pods. Suppose this is pod 1, pod 2 and pod 3. P1, P2 or P3. So suppose consider this is the end user. Okay, to the end user will need some domain, right? So domain with the domain name we will able to access our services. So domain is required. Okay, domain name. So to access your deployments, so we need a service, right? To access your application, we need a service. So we need to write the service file to access from outside. Okay, we have to write service object, service service files. So this service file matches with selector. Okay, under deployment. So it will matches with the selectors under service file and the pod deployment pods. Okay. So selectors. So this service file will have node port or cluster IP or load balancer. So depends on it should be if it is a simple application directly we can create a domain with the domain name the load balance if it is a load balancer created the service. So this load balancer matches with this domain name, so directly we can able to access, but in between we have a another service called ingress one. So this one is provided by the Kubernetes. If it is single application we can access directly, we don't need anything. Okay, this ingress will provide the ALB load balancer. Okay, using ingress we can able to access if it is a path based or the host based routing, so it will supported both. It on ingress will have ingress file. So this ingress will have service name. This ingress file have all the services. This ingress file will have the load balancer, application load balancer, ALB. Okay, ALB load balancer. This load balancer will matches with this service load balancer. Okay, by default it should be provided the classic load balancer if we didn't provide ingress file. So here to access your services to this service, okay, in between we have ingress controller. Okay, ingress controller, it will be there. So it will be have ALB ingress controller or Nginx uh, ingress controller. There are two types. So we can try with ALB ingress controller, application load balancer controller. Okay, here also we'll have ALB ingress controller. Okay, so application load balancer. So here only it will be provided by the load balancer. So now I will divided this into two parts. Okay, first I will see a simple application without this ingress part, how to access from domain our applications. Okay, and the second video I will do it with ingress with ALB load balancer using external DNS. Okay, this is here route 50 using route 53. Okay, external DNS how we'll able to access route 53. Okay, so my domains like something like www. I purchased a domain. Okay, this domain I have purchased XYZ. So my application I can able to access www.generateData.xyz. So when I enter this domain, I need to able to access my application. Okay, this is the complete architecture. Okay, so there are if we didn't provide anything by default, it will able to access classic load balancer. This classic load balancer, there are some disadvantages. The classic load balancer operates request and connection levels. Okay, it doesn't support features like host and path based. The classic load balancer, it doesn't support host based like and path based. So path based means suppose after domain, okay, after DNS, you have to something like API. Okay, not API, something payments. You this is the domain slash inventory, something like this. This is the path based routing. Host based routing means something like www dot some company name dot com. Okay, so this classic load balancer doesn't support this feature. Okay, this is the first load balancer AWS introduced in 2019. Some missing features. Then they have introduced with application load balancer to address this issue. Okay, classic load balancer recommended only for EC2 classic instances. Okay, this is the only simple applications we can able to access. Suppose if we have multiple application, microservices application, that time we will go with the application load balancer. The application load balancer at request level only. If you're dealing with HTTP request, which is for your web applications, you can use this one. It supports it supports basic feature for distributing request using the route robin algorithm. Okay, this is also supported host and path based routing. So advanced application load balancer will uses everyone. Okay, this one will consist of listeners, rules, target groups, everything. Okay, now the second part which I am showing you, right, this ALB ingress controller. If suppose I have a lot of services, microservices, that time it will we will use ingress controller, ingress services. Okay, using ingress we will use ALB load balancer and we can able to access. The ingress service is an object set routing rules. Okay, the ingress controller is just an pod running in Kubernetes. Ingress controller is responsible for reading ingress resources, information, and processes that data accordingly. Okay, what is ingress service means? It is an API object which is provided routing rules to manage external users. So here the ingress service is responsible to manage external users. What are the requests it should be hitting your services, right? This will take care. Typically, HTTP, HTTPS. Ingress will allow you to configure, manage the capability inside the cluster. Ingress is made up of API, Ingress API object in Ingress controller. To access your Ingress, we need a Ingress controller. We need to set Ingress controller. Then we need to write Ingress pod. Then only we can able to provide it. We can able to access your application. Okay, I will show you. See, this service is provided node port and load balancer. That is a Kubernetes object services. The Ingress one, it is completely independent. Okay, let me show you one diagram. You able to understand. See, in the node port, see if your request is coming. Okay, request is coming to service using node port. This the type will have node port means automatically it will come to service and the service will communicate with the pods. Okay. The configuration is declare service YAML settings in the type node port. Okay. This Kubernetes allows to specific port. Okay, service specific port and the node that request cluster that provide gets to forwarded. This is simple. And the load balancer, it should be like cloud services like AWS, EKS, or Azure services. Okay, the request is coming to load balancer and it will serve directly to the load balancer. Here also service types we will use load balancer. It will be generated the IP like URL. Okay, this typically heavily dependent on the cloud. Okay, node port, network node balancer with IP that we can able to access. When it comes to the ingress one, the service is coming to the ingress service. Okay, it will be serves based on your services you declared in the ingress file. Okay, so here services service. Okay, different services like path based or path based routing. The node port and load balancer you expose service by specifying value in the service type. As I said, we have services, right? There are service types. We have to mention node port or load balancer. If it is internal testing, you need to use cluster IP. The ingress, on other hand, completely independent resource to the service. Okay, you can declare and you can create and destroy separately on your services. This makes it is decoupled and isolated from the service. If you want to expose, it also helps to consolidating routing rules into the place. So using Ingress, we can able to access separate services, individual services. Now let get into the demo. Let me create a deployment and service file. Then we'll in the service I will use load balancer. So from using Route 53, I can able to access my application. That is, I will do one part, and using Ingress controller, I will do in other part. Okay. Now let me create a deployment. Okay, let me create one deployment file. My cluster is in setup in EKS cluster with two nodes, kubectl get node. Currently, I don't have any pods. Kubectl get pods. There is no resource available. Okay. Now kubectl. Let me create one folder mkdir Kubernetes deployment demo. Let me create a deployment file. Deployment.ml. So this is the sample deployment. This is the application version which provided by the uh, Kubernetes, and kind is deployment. This is the metadata. The metadata. This is the name of the metadata. Your deployment name and labels. It is a unique name to specify your deployment and a spec. Okay. In the spec we have to provide a replica. So how many pods you need to keep on should be maintained. It should be three pods and selector. The selector will have match labels. Okay, and match labels name should be the Nginx, and template we will reuse the metadata. Here metadata it should be there. Deployment the app name should be we will use Nginx, and this is for till deployment this one, and container we have name and image name. Container name, this is the image, and port number, this is the 80 port. This port we can able to access our services like this. When comes to the service, the service name, the API version, kind is service metadata. Under metadata, this is the related to service. Okay, service name, service information about your service like Nginx service. And this type I am using load balancer, and selector using Nginx. This Nginx it will matches to your deployment pods, so it will be able to access your services. What are the how many um, matches it should be, it will be able to get it access. And the protocol port number I am using TCP. This is the container. This port is like host port. This using this port we can able to access. This target port is matched with the container port. Okay. Now let me create this file, deployment file. If you now kubectl apply -f deployment.ml. Now kubectl, this one is created. Now kubectl get deploy. Now still it should be up and running. Kubectl get pods. Now up and running. Now kubectl deployments. This is working fine. Now let me create a service. Va service.ml. To access from outside, we need to have service file. Now kubectl get service. Sorry, kubectl apply -f service. The service file is created. Now kubectl get service. You will get the load balancer one. Okay. Load balancer your external IP. This is the external IP. If you go here, the AWS instance, go to load balancer session. Okay. Now if you go to instances, it should be out of service. It need to be coming in service. In description, this is the DNS name. Using this DNS name, you can able to access your service. A677C, A6877C. You have to wait until this is comes to in progress. Sorry, in service. Now one is in service. You have to wait the in service. You can able to access now also. You will able to get it response. The Nginx will able to now both are in service. Take this DNS name. We gave the port number 8080. That's why we need to able to access this port. Okay. Now we got this response. This one we are not able to using this. We can this URL is not understand by the end user, right? So we can create a DNS. We can map with this DNS name with the domain name. Okay. So DNS will come up with wildcard and domain like domain naming service. It will come up with the wildcard plus domain. Mm. So wildcard means something like www dot and domain name should be coming with your domain. Okay. Like my domain is chinredaya.xyz and wildcard something like I am able to access through Nginx. Okay, with the domain name. We can able to access like this also. Okay. So DNS will come up with wildcard plus domain. Now I have already domain. Let me go to my domain. I have purchased a domain. This is my domain. Okay. This is BC Reddy. Sorry, this is my domain BC Reddy DevOps XYZ. This is my domain name. BC Reddy DevOps XYZ. This is my domain name. Okay, using this domain name, I can able to access my application. Now let me go to Route 53. First, we need to create a hosted zone. Okay. So DNS, the hosted zone tells to Route 53 how to respond DNS queries for a domain such as example.com. So let me create a hosted zone first. So it will be getted this one. So my hosted zone name is bcreddydevops.com. bcreddy devops xyz. This is the domain. Okay, and public hosted zone. And I don't provided any. These are the optional tags. I don't need to do anything. And created this one. So this will be created two namespace like bcready xyz and bcready xyz. This is the name service. Okay, these services we need to provide it in the here. Okay, this is the simple service. First, let me once this service these values we need to provide it in the this name manage domains. Okay, let me do that one. Under manage domains, you have to come here and manage DNS. You need to select this option and change the four values which it is there, right? You have to update here the values in the routing. You don't need to give dot. And save. And now this is saved. Okay, with these values 915175914 something one it is not mapped. The name service NS5521 NS. It is not updated or how? My domains. BC Reddy DevOps. Manage DNS 915. Yeah, it is updated correctly only. 41493. Yeah, this is updated done. Now once you have created this hosted join, you need to create a record. Okay. Now, how you are going to be access with your service using www, and this record type is default, like based on this type CNAME route traffic. While we are going to ingress, we will use CNAME type. Okay, currently I am keeping as a default route traffic to IPv4 address, some AWS resources. The value, if you want to give manually, I'm deleting and canceling. I need to do again. Create a record. The value should be something like www dot and bcready xyz and traffic, whatever the traffic we need to route it. If you want to provide the values, you need to provide the default values. Otherwise, you need to go to here alias and you have to select under select alias application and the classic load balancer. We have the region AP South 1. Okay, my load balancer in AP South 1. You need to select Mumbai region. This is the default our load balancer. Once that is done, you need to select create a request. Now it should be created one record. This is the record. Using this one, you can able to access www.bcreadyxyz. You need to add the port 80 number also. That is the reason it should be not able to access. Let me check. You need to get it the response. While ending up with port number 8080, that is the reason we need to add that one. Let me edit that. Let me create another record. Something in Nginx. Colon 8080. It didn't pick. Actually, it should be come while we are giving with port number. That is the reason it is not coming up. Otherwise, we need to give this direct value. Let me try in this way. So this is not taking this one. I think we need to select this one, AP South one. Mumbai region. And this is the name. Okay, let me try with HTTP. HTTP. www.bcreddy.devops.xyz. Let me change my this file service file without 8080. I'll try to with 80 only. So let me do one more time with VA. Let me delete this existing service file and I'll show you to access this application. kubectl get service. Let me delete this one. kubectl delete svc service name. It will take some time. It will be deleted the load balancer everything. And I'll make change here. This port also I will give you 8080 only. So port 8080 it is not. If now check kubectl get service, the service should be deleted. Now vi service.ml. Let me make it 80 also here. kubectl get kubectl apply -f service. Okay, service is created. Now if you check kubectl get svc, this one is there. Now go here, load balancer. This one is deleted. A688, it should be deleted. It should be created one more load balancer. Now this A1 AE6 this one is created. Now let me check the status. It should be out of service. It should be in service. We have to wait. And before that I will delete this one. This record I will delete. Mm, This is the default provided, and these two I just created. Let me delete this record. Delete record permanently. This action will be deleted. Let me delete it. And same this also I will delete. Delete this record. Now I have deleted this record. Now let me check this one. Both are in service. This time I don't need to provide any port number. Directly I can able to access because it is 80. Now I can able to access this one. Even if I try incognito, I'm able to get the access service, get the access of application. Now go to dot 53, create record, and this time I'm using www and my domain name and alias to application or and classic load balancer region AP South 1 Mumbai region and my load balancer. Now this is created successfully, this record. Okay, now if you try with this domain also, you can able to get it. Sorry, www. See, with the domain name, I can able to access my application instead of URL. This URL didn't understand the end user, right? So with the domain name, I mapped with my application. This is not secure. We will see how to enable SSL and will able to access this application. I will do another video using Ingress how to be able to access your application. So currently I in this case I directly with the domain name I mapped with service name and I can able to access. This part we didn't use. Now next video I will try to access using Ingress. So using Ingress we will maintain the services in Kubernetes using Ingress controller with the ALB load balancer, ALB Ingress controller we can able to access with different services. Okay, if it is single application, we can directly able to access with domain name with service. Okay, and the Ingress file I will able to access that I will show you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.